So, session 2, draw your weapon. Now I need to get this thing to work. There we go. So, we're back. Everyone's here. It's been a while. Um,
Yeah.
Lots has happened in the real world.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, we're not going into that too much. We're just gonna start the game. I think it's too much to talk about, and I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just escape from reality.
Exactly.
Also, you can get monetized for mentioning the Voldemort word.
right. Okay, so let's do a quick recap. So last time, our four adventurers met up. So we have Sarah, who is playing Archvaldius von Edelbrand, also named Archie.
Good pronunciation.
Thank you. Then we have Ash, who plays Latte
Latte.
LaVey. And then we
Hello.
have Jojo playing Lord Albert Winchester.
Yes.
And then we have my own inserts, Dano and Itting.
Love that boy.
Who is your teacher in the way of adventuring. You guys met up in the city of Flashfields. Your world is called Anium. Here you met up, and you had your first mission / quest is to find and create a vehicle, while Dono was searching for for magical items you can use on your trips. So all of you, we split up the work for you guys creating a vehicle, and there we have our vehicle. So our vehicle on the back is a food truck from Winchester's Crab Food Truck, basically. In the middle, we have a card that's written by Jeffrey Goose, who is Latte's uncle, who's also is currently studying fashion, who's a racer, who knows Latte's father, who's also a racer. I also wrote down he likes fruit, and you just mentioned to reminded me again that he used to work at Walmart, or was that Latte? Who worked at Walmart?
Latte's the one who worked at Walmart.
Okay, Latte's
Latte's the one who couldn't keep a job at Walmart.
Exactly.
That's quite the accomplishment.
Latte's
The epicus.
Yeah, and then we have let me see, and Archie hired the what's it called, like the animal in front of the carriage.
Chinchilla.
Yeah, it's a chinchilla, but I don't know if there's like a name for animal that.
The steed.
Propulsion was what we said.
Yeah, propulsion. So there's the giant chinchilla named Scratchers, with on top of his head his boss, a hamster named Hambach, who is fluent in many languages and loves to make a deal whenever he can.
Very shrewd businessman, that humbug.
Exactly. So while you were creating this, Dano was searching the city, but almost everything useful for adventuring in the city, or everything actually worth something, has to be seen bought up and brought to this theme park. Basically, this theme park it does take money, but it also takes items as a way for paying to get in. So you guys head off towards the theme park, which is basically like there's theme park, but there's also like other stuff you can do. It's like birthday parties there. It's like all the happy shit. But it's you quickly find out it's run by demons. So Dano's like, well, he doesn't have any trouble like stealing from these guys, since they're probably up to something bad. So he asked you, the three of you, to make a distraction, and that was actually your guys' first challenge. So let's see your guys. It's like I already told you, there's like this natural order you guys created to the drawings. So we
Oh,
start
you guys
off
are
with
gonna
latte.
love this. So, have you wondered why latte is some kind of mutant freak abomination?
Yes,
Pre-
every day.
So, do you know how D&D Warlock works by any
Yeah.
yes.
No.
Okay, for the uninitiated, a D&D warlock basically makes a deal with an otherworldly being to borrow magic and shit. And Latte basically did that with a tribe of huge, terrible magic cats. And prepare to meet one of them.
Oh my god.
His name is Onion Lord.
What Onion Lord?
Onion Lord. I cannot wait for you guys to see this thing.
Oh god.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
I'm scared and intrigued.
Yeah, could you say in like in your most latte voice the thing she's actually the sentences above her head?
Hell yeah, I'm a meowster of magic. Cause chaos, Onion Lord.
Nice.
So Latte's distraction tactic is she summons this big ass ugly cat to go
Oh,
around
God.
making a mess of things. Not
Right.
exactly conspicuous and super easy to trace back to her, but
I
you
don't
know,
think being sneaky is particularly her style, is it?
yeah. As you might notice by her bright pink and green getup.
Yes.
Yes.
Very conspicuous individual.
So tell me a bit about Onion Lords. Like,
Yeah.
does he talk, or is that like the name you gave that Latte gave him?
He probably can. Uh feel free to ask him anything in character, if you want.
Is he scared of cucumbers?
Absolutely. He thinks they're snakes.
Oh, I love his t-shirt.
He's got a t-shirt with
Oh,
his
That's
name
why
on.
she know he's called Onion Lords. Makes
Yeah, but
sense.
the name's printed kind of on the side of the t-shirt.
Yeah, it says it on both sides.
Ah, it's fashion.
That's
Yeah,
a cool
he's-
cat.
Very
He's
cool.
a
cat.
master of fashion, but mostly just ironic tease.
Yeah.
So this horrible, giant, ugly cat who's like 20 times the size of this grown human person, just a big, ugly, stinky, giant cat who's gonna go around knocking over things.
Just for my information, does he magically appear, or do you summon him and you see him running from the distance and comes in?
Is it like that slowly approaching bear meme?
Or does he just fall out of the air? It's like, wow, pff.
I'd like to imagine that he like rises out of the ground, but I mean it's pretty funny if Latte is like, "Hey, come here, big bastard," and he fucking runs in out of nowhere.
Yeah. So yeah,
Just
Onion,
like shake
you
a bag
summon
of
Onion
greenie.
Lord, and he starts like destruction, and it's not. He's more littering. He's like small destruction, chaos. But
Yeah.
people, yeah, like they didn't expect, like because of the size, people are running away. They're scared. People are running for the exits, and that's actually where the next distraction comes in.
Oh
I just
no.
want to mention that I really, really love this little latte I did in here.
Yeah.
I'm in love with this drawing.
Wonderful.
Let's see if
Mm.
we'll go to the next one. There we go. And we get to Archie.
Yes. So amidst the chaos, Archie kind of like wanders in. He's feeling like, he's got a couple ideas, and then he just sees all the demons and the giant cat throwing shit over. He just kind of freaks out, ends up in a corner just having a panic attack, screaming at everything around him. In the midst of his panic, he kind of draws in a nice little crowd. So, mission accomplished, even though he didn't really accomplish anything.
So yeah, we see the crowd, like mostly demons. So you're distracting the employees here, because they kind of walk up to you and they're like, "Sorry, sir, we have to evacuate the park. Please come." And then you see this people, keep walking towards the exits. Um,
They're
hey,
coming
breathe
up.
in,
He's just
breathe in.
like, get away, get away.
So the poor boy is just having a panic attack in the corner.
Yep.
That tries to help is just a little too scary for him.
Oh no, poor
Just from all
Archie.
corners.
And I like to imagine one of the demons, who's like the biggest and scariest demon around, comes down. He's like, "You okay, dude? Can I like get you a
Buddy?
drink?"
You need anything? Is your mom around? Let me find your mom.
Yeah. Do you have an emergency phone number I can call? Look, we've got a cafe. We can sit you down.
Archie is only responding and like screaming.
Yeah, like their total evacuation plan. Like they have practice for any kind of evacuation, but you're just dropping their whole evacuation plan. They have too many people trying to help you get you out. The cat's still there.
Some
Yeah, Lotte.
people think this is like part of the theme park.
Ash, what is Latte doing while they try to bring people out of the park and he walks to you? He's like, please, young girl, please, we have to evacuate. Go to this way to the exit.
She's gonna like make it look like she's heading towards the exit, but then like round a corner and go hide.
I really
Sneaky
love the
little
face.
Oh, that's such a good
Oh
expression.
my
That
god!
expression.
Like the fact that his eyes are ever so slightly looking in different directions is just amazing.
Oh my god! That's
I try to get the look of panic, right?
It kind of reminds me of like Justin Roiland's Rick and Morty style.
Yeah, yeah.
That is a big inspiration for my drawing style, so I appreciate that.
Nice.
Sarah, could you give me some Archie screams?
Let me just turn down my volume first.
Please, if everybody and to any headphone users. But, like most of them are just like a lot of like short screams because everything's coming at them. So a couple of something new to scream at every time. I try to do a callback. What's that?
That's one of the taglines of the theme park. Something new to scream at every time.
Oh, that's good. I try to do a callback to the giant crabs, and I have a nice giant crab poster in the
Oh,
corner.
I'm surprised that poster hasn't been ripped or burned by certain someone.
Well, that is a bit your drawing, because let's go to your drawing, I kind of assumed, seeing where you were outside of the park. Where
Yes.
the people are running to. So that's why you might have not seen the photo, the poster.
So, Sir Albert saw all these people panicking and running out into the car park, and I had an idea. So I had a simple program. Step 1, hand out flyers advertising that I'll be doing a cooking show in the car park where everybody already is. Step 2, do a show where I do, people do that thing at like food festivals and stuff where they set up a booth and kind of do a demonstration of cooking and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm doing that kind of thing. So I'm demonstrating how to cook, and obviously there is a fee to watch. And then step 3, profit. Yeah, I gathered a crowd. I'm doing a bit of cooking, showing off my skills. A few tips and tricks on how to cook stuff. I thought I'd mix it up a little, not do any seafood. So when it's loaded in, you'll see I've got a nice bit of, I think it's like some shoulder or something like that on a frying pan. Putting in some of my special recipe.
I really like the guy who you drawn on the right. It really looks like the Drawga guy from season 1, the NPC. I don't remember his name at this moment, but it was like one of the goblins. But I really like how he gave so much character to like all 5 of the people who are watching, like with different
Yes.
haircuts.
All 5 of
I
them
love the one on the
are
left.
based off people. All 5 of them are based off of fictional characters. Which one's the one on the left?
The one with the 3 little, like
Oh,
he's
right,
got like a little leaf on his head.
Yeah, that one's based
I
off
love him.
Porfo.
It's based
Our
on what?
Lord and Savior. Porfo.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Our
Do
Lord
you
and
Merry
remember it all?
Portsmouth.
Do you want to go through them? What are the big
Yeah,
ones?
so starting with Porfo. So there's Porfo, then there's John Egbert from Homestuck. And then the middle one is kind of based off of, the average anime protagonist hair.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of did demon horns on that one. And then the one at the very end is based off of Taco from the Adventure Zone.
Oh, right, Taco. Nice. Wait, Taco is watching you cook?
Yeah, obviously.
Nice. Sweet.
Learn from the best,
Shout out
But
to
yeah.
the Adventure Zone.
Yes.
Exactly.
So yeah, I'm doing a bit of cooking, showing people my skills, a few tips and tricks of the trade.
Yeah, like you're kind of like distracting the demons outside because they want people to, stay near of the axis and let people out. But you're kind of like hogging one of the axis and like, sir, you're not allowed to cook here. You're not allowed to. Well, he's not selling it. So wait, is this allowed? Like he's not doing. Is he doing something illegal? And they're just going into like a debate if what you're doing is actually allowed.
Yeah, I mean, I guess my argument is that I'm keeping people out of the park. So I think it's okay, but I'm sure they disagree.
Well, that's the thing.
I
They're
have
like
a-
fixing like what you're doing is like it's legal because like you're not selling stuff like that would be illegal. You're
Yeah. And
It's
it's in the car
educational
park,
too.
so I'm not inside the theme park,
yeah right.
so it's fine, I'm sure.
I'm imagining some of the employees are just like enthralled by this and like, oh yeah, I gotta try this at home.
Yeah.
Just
I
so I,
have a
know,
very,
what is the big bottle of green stuff? Is it just oil or?
I
Yeah.
staunchly refuse to say what's in that bottle.
It's Mountain Dew.
Yeah, it's just a big bottle of Mountain Dew. No, people keep asking, so what are you actually putting in there? And I just refuse.
It's your
It's a
secret
special
Wonderful.
recipe.
secret oil.
Yeah, secret family recipe, So even though I'm demonstrating how to cook, none of them know the full recipe.
Yeah, you're just demonstrating, right? Like, well, you do something like this, and you do like some impossible like tricks and stuff. You don't tell them how to practice it. You're just a bit showing off.
Yeah,
Exactly.
it's less of an instructional thing and more of a demonstration, This is the kind of thing you could do if you got better at cooking.
I bet these guys can't wait to go home and have some green flavored pork.
Yes.
Yeah, so Dunno starts running around the park, looking for you guys, and be like, "Okay, guys, I got all I need. Let's go. We gotta go." And then he's like, "Wait, is that a big cat with a T-shirt say Onion Lord? Where the hell can I buy an Onion Lord T-shirt here? Like, I would really like one." No,
Oh
we
my
don't.
God.
Okay, let's go. We start heading off to you guys, jumping in the food truck.
Latte's gonna tell Onion Lord it's time to leave, and he'll just like vanish.
Just sink into the ground.
Yep.
Yeah, that's where we get the sinking into the grass. Nice. So you head off into your cart. So he got some items that he wants to show you. We'll decide later because of course you cannot use them for this session since you've already done the drawings. He's gonna show you the items he's gotten. And we'll like all of you can get two, and we'll later decide who gets which, or else we're gonna be here for a very long time. But they're just gonna name them and tell their basic properties. We might slightly change it. So I keep in account that none of us are professional artists, so I keep that in mind for the items I create to give them like lots of free stuff in there. So the first item, the stash wand. Basically, give any NPC or PC, if you discuss with them, either a mustache, like some kind of extreme facial hair. That either you can ask me to draw it, unlike an NPC, but you can draw it as well. I'll just send you the picture and you can draw some, and you can maybe use it for any kind of situation. Second item, the fandom fuser. Basically, pick two fandoms you like and mix it together to either summon like an ally for a while or create an object. The druid cloak. This is actually a kind of requested item. So this cloak, if you put it on, you can partially or completely change into an animal of your choosing.
Ooh.
A bear.
Yeah, you guys said
Another
bear, so it's currently I drawn a bear cloak. Then we have, this is one of the first items I thought of when I thought of this game like 3 years ago. It's called the Occupy Genie. Basically, you ask a wish, like you ask for an item or for an ally or something, and I will use a website called Drawception, and it's basically a game of telephone. So somebody will draw there and put like saying what it's seen drawn, and then the other person will draw. Like so, basically the genie is outsourcing his wish to another genie who's outsourcing the wish. So I will give you like 3 or 4 results from multiple games, and that's the thing you get. And the question is how much it still looks like what you asked for. Basically, a voodoo doll gets something from the enemy so that you can slightly control one of its body parts. Doesn't have to be an enemy, of course. But just a voodoo doll. Build a weapon box. It's basically a build your own weapon. So you can build, for example, a sword. But because like it's a small box and you made it yourself, it's not gonna be like a sharp metal sword. It's gonna be with stuff you find in there, like lots of duct tape and stuff like that. The sitcom couch. Summon any character that has the tag sitcom in there, so either an animated sitcom or real life sitcom, and summon them in this in this crazy fantasy world.
I'm just thinking about Jerry Seinfeld in this world.
Exactly. The power flower, I will use a random power wikia so that you can get a power, including a cool costume. You can use it on yourself or anyone you want. And a basic time bomb, because I was running out of item IDs,
Oh
which is
God.
currently not counting yet. Dano specifies.
Oh, good. So you don't
Is
just
that
get
really-
handed it, and congratulations, you have 60 seconds left to live.
Is that really a magic item?
Well,
It's magic because the timer on it
since
lies.
electronics doesn't exist, I would
Okay, I
say
guess
you could
so.
even put like the timer on like 5 years if you want. And let's say you can
Interesting.
like a bit say how big the explosion is to make it more magical.
Just a little poof.
Yeah, it could be a little poof if you want. Yeah, so we'll
Interesting.
discuss afterwards how do you guys want to... Oh, well, yeah, I'll try to give you, like, depends on how much you use the items, I will replenish your items. And at some point I will allow, like, reusing a certain item just for the fun. And, like, allies are cool, so they will probably stay when you summon them. Because we're just one
Awesome.
big fucking ass group. I don't know. Do you guys hear the music currently from my screen? I don't know if I shared that.
I do
I
not.
don't hear anything.
Okay. Well, then you'll hear it later in the recording. There's this like small drum beats. So yeah, you guys head off after stealing items in the cart, and at some point you guys, you get a bit package. And Donna's like, "What's up for some food, guys? Like, I know, of course you can cook. Albert,
Who's that
I know,
little
but you've
boy?
already
Oh.
cooked today, and like I heard there's this good place around here." And so he heads off to this place called the Grub Hut, where basically the main food they serve is insect-based food. So you guys get there, and as soon as you get in, you hear there's like a commotion. Apparently, a door that says manager throws out one of like the waiters. And the waiter's like, "I'm sorry, boss. I'm sorry. I would." He's like, "You get some better grub. I'm done with this box. Give me something different, or you're fired." He's like looking around. It's like, oh, he's panicking, and Donna's like, I recognize that voice. And he looks up, waiter, sorry, who was that you're speaking to? And he's like, that's the manager, sir. That's Croker, the manager. He's like, and then he was like, the name seems familiar, but I just can't. It's on the tip of my tongue. Like I know my memory, it's gone away a bit, but he's like, can I talk to your manager? And it's like, the waiter's like trying to open the door, like, sir, we've got some people who want to meet you. He might know you. And he's like, that's not one of your tricks. I'm letting no one in until I get some new grub.
I believe I can probably help with that, my good sir. I kind of shout through the doorway.
Yes. New grub, then I let you guys in.
I am Lord Albert Winchester, celebrity chef. You might have heard of me. I can help you get some very nice food.
And the waiter goes like, oh, sure. Yeah, if you can help, great. You could use our kitchen. Like, I'm really in a deep, like, we don't have many customers today. There's just this one guy, so maybe it's good that we learn to cook some new food. And you see the one, like, elephant guy sitting in the back, just staring at his food, questioning if he should eat it or not.
Just questioning his entire life decisions.
Yeah. But again, like, the music is fine. There's this nice, like, little drum beat, bongo beat going on.
Bongo boy. I love him.
Which one?
The bongo boy.
Oh yeah, that bongo boy.
Okay, so
I love the bird.
some might of you have seen it. I think one of you guys seen it. That is actually a bird drawn by Nathan Yaffe from Drawfee. I asked him to use this drawing because this is the only drawing since I've been following them since the beginning. This is the only thing they've ever drawn for me, and yeah, for me it has like a special place. So I asked him nicely to if I could use it, and he did allow it. So
That's awesome.
It's beautiful.
I hope he turns up later on in the campaign as like the final boss.
Tweet at him.
Yeah.
Bongo boy of the Boreal
Oh.
Valley.
Okay, so Archie is he's not too good with cooking. He never really has cooked in his life. But he does have magic, and with magic comes fireballs. So all he needed was a slice of bread, a little bit of fireball, and you have toast. He was trying to remember some of the recipes his like mom or maids have cooked for him, but didn't really know where to start with those, and this was the best he could do.
Was he at first trying to summon a maid? Was that like his first?
Oh yeah. Trying to summon maids, trying to summon his mom just to figure out how to do anything, but couldn't reach him, so this is what he ended up on. I imagine he probably just found this slice of bread
Yeah.
just sitting in the dirt somewhere.
Again,
It was like, this looks familiar.
Again,
he, like,
there's this like
stepped on it.
natural order, and that's basically how fast your guys are making like the food.
Yeah.
Throwing a fireball at a slice of bread, very fastly done. Like,
He's
Yeah.
like just wiping hands, like, all right.
Yeah, he stepped on it and was like, oh, I can use that.
Albert didn't even get his gear out, and you're like, done.
Yeah. Albert was busy going back to the truck to get some knives and some ingredients and spices and herbs and that kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. So let's have.
He's just putting at the ground like toast.
And as soon as you walk back into the restaurant, if I'm correct, you see Latte leaving the restaurant.
Yes, that's correct.
Right.
So
I
something-
cooked nothing.
Something went a bit wrong with the white cube there, no problem. Will disappear at some point.
Yes. So I bet none of you could have possibly guessed that I decided to cook a crab dish.
Unbelievable. How
I know,
could
right?
you?
That's crazy. So I decided to go with a classic good dish, which is roasted crab. So you just get the crab, you put a few herbs on the top, stuff like that. I've not got the recipe next to me, so I don't know it exactly. But you know, I thought this is a place with demons around it. The guy who's eating it is probably a demon. So you get a bit of pleasure from, you know, smashing open the crab's shell and eating its insides.
Oh,
Yeah.
that crab is cute.
Crab looks so sad.
He kinda
Oh.
looks still alive.
He's like he knows what's about to happen.
Trust me, that crab commits tax fraud. He deserves it.
And the small waiter walks up to him. He's like, "Well, isn't crab like basically bug? Like, I don't. Is it?" He's like confused. Like, is it different
Crustacean.
from what I'm doing?
It's very different. So the difference is a crab is a crustacean and a bug is a bug.
Right.
And crustaceans, they have a much more seafoody flavor. You know, it's a lot flavor of what I mean. Much more tender. Bugs, they tend to be chewy and leathery and they're terrible. However, seafood, now that where you find true flavor. You know, I have a book. I've not got it with me, but you know, you can get it in all good stores. So, if you want some new recipes.
Yeah, sure. And he's like, he grabs a notepad to write down the book. Is it your book? It's just a book you know, or?
Oh no, it's my book. I wrote it.
Oh,
It's
what's it called?
It's called Seafood with Winchester.
See.
I'm Lord Albert Winchester.
With Winchester, right. Okay, well, while you're here, then can I get you autograph on my
Oh,
signature?
definitely. And he pulls out a Sharpie and signs one of the knives in the kitchen.
Nice. It's like, well, we cannot use this knife anymore. But we'll keep it. Sure, thanks.
Hang it on your wall. It'll be a good conversation piece.
Question for me: one, does that book actually exist?
In university, yeah.
And two, is it actually in bookstores?
I guess. I mean, he wrote a book and it's being sold.
It's not just you buying the books like over and over.
I'm sure there's someone who wants to cook seafood somewhere out there. I mean, they're probably not bestsellers, but you know.
Did you sell your soul to get your book in stores?
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
You'll never tell.
Yeah. That's
I'm
for
curious.
me to know and you to find out.
How many books do you have on you at a time?
I'm sure like on the back of the cart there's a chest that's just stacked full of them.
Okay.
Exactly. But people,
Hope you
he
guys
doesn't
are
hand
ready.
them out. People have to buy them. They're just to look at and peruse. You have to buy the real thing. Right?
Okay, let me give you guys a little backstory. Latte was like, man, I super don't want to go eat bugs, but I guess I have to help with this. So she went out and got herself an ice cream cone. And she procured somehow a fishing rod. And was like, maybe there's something, maybe I could get him like a fish. You know, because she's got that cat brain, like a fish. And what she caught doesn't meet the typical description of fish, but Croaker will probably like it.
Is that? Oh. Oh no.
Oh my god.
That poor octopus only has 2 tentacles.
The rest are in the
Alright,
are stuffed into the
cone.
ice
That's
cream
a
cone.
big ice cream cone.
Have you guys been playing Animal Crossing?
Yes.
I'm
Yeah, a
just.
little
This
bit.
looks exactly like Octavian.
So
that
I
was the
don't.
big thing we were talking about that happened in the last few months. We're not going to talk about. It was Animal Crossing. He just.
Mm,
Crossing.
So how big is this
So-
octopus? Like which ice cream cone is this size? Is my question here.
Me too.
I believe the one he's holding is the normal sized one, the one that he snatched from Latte when she caught him. And the other one, I guess they just gave her an extra, and she was like, octopus in an ice cream cone sounds exotic enough for this dude in this restaurant.
So, yeah,
So
you basically
Latte-
go to this dwarven ice cream shop, like on a wharf, and
Mhm.
you're like asking for an ice cream. It's like, yeah, you want the small one? And you're like, no, the big one. It's like the medium one. And you're like, no, the big one. And you're like, this big one. And you're like, no, larger. And it's like, you have like this big giant size ice cream cone. And you're
Big
like,
one.
oh yeah, and a medium one, and then they put like on top, and then you start fishing.
Yep.
So you bring this back to the restaurant, and the waiter's like, "Wait, is that thing still alive?" And he's like,
I do not know.
"Yeah, man, what's up? Like, this girl offered me some ice cream to come with her to this restaurant. Like, what do you guys need?" Well, he goes like, "Well, she was supposed to make some food to where it wasn't bug." He's like, "You want some food?" Like, "Yeah, I'm an expert chef. Like, I can make some fish." So this is drying. I did a small thing here.
Oh my god.
So he puts on like his sushi chef costume. I did add a little ice cream cone there on his headband. And he starts cooking up some fish. And the waiter goes like, "Wait, whoa, you're good at this. Like, do you, are you looking for work perhaps?" It's like, "Well, yeah, I could use some job. Like, do you pay in ice cream?" Like, he's like, "Yeah, we can pay you with money, but sure we can pay you." He's like, "Sure, yeah, like just give me ice cream." And he's just cutting like fish up. So you guys present the food, like you all put it together. The waiter brings it into the closed door, and all you hear is like, "Num num 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 num." Toast, nice. The toast is very nice. And then, what's this? Crap. Doesn't it just taste? Is that the same as Bach? It's like the waiter goes, no. He assured me it's very different. It's like, "Okay, give me the try," and he like just eating. "Oh, that's pretty good. It's better than our normal stuff." It's like, "And what do we have?" "Oh, some sushi. I haven't seen sushi in a while." And he starts eating. Like, you guys like sit upstairs. Maybe you have some food left for yourselves. But after the guy's done, he comes out.
Oh, I love him.
Oh my god.
I accidentally did green and yellow again. I noticed like after being, I was like, fuck. But no.
Green, yellow, and blue.
Yeah. Exactly. So he goes like, "Wait,
It appears to have a color scheme.
isn't that my old friend Dono? Dono, it's good to see you, old friend." And he's like, "Wait, Croaker. Like, how could I certainly forget? Croaker, my good old friend. It's good to see you." Croaker's like, "How do you mean you forget Croaker?" It's like Donna goes like, "Well, I've been forgetting stuff, Croaker. Like that's why I got some new adventures. I don't know how long I can still do this. Like my memory's going blank." Croaker goes like, "Well, that's not good, but it's good to see you again. Training some new pupils has been long. Are they any good?" He goes like, well, like, they're getting there. Like, we just started. Like, they haven't disappointed me yet, Just between you and me, they're a bit stuck up. He introduces himself to you guys. And he's like, well, me and Dono, we used to be adventurous, like, going on, like, many missions. Getting lots of stuff. But at some point, it was time for me to retire, and I started this restaurant. It's always good to do adventuring, but at some point you just need to settle down. And suddenly, when he says that, the drum music, the bongo music stops, the room goes dark, and you hear this whispering voice, almost like it's coming from inside your head. I couldn't agree more. Sometimes you just need to retire from adventuring. And you see this kind of like specter shows up.
About to say that.
Hi there, Tunnel. It's been not that long. It's been long since I seen you, Croaker. And you see Croaker and Donald look surprised. It's like Croaker goes like, wait, Donald, you know this thing? And Donald goes like, no, I have no idea. It's like, and the thing goes like, well, I've been slowly getting power again. I am searching for something that you guys have. And the thing points at the little duck pin that Dunno has, and then points at the bell pepper pin you saw on Croaker. You have to give me those. Believe me, you really want me to give me those. I'm gonna bring in another old friend, but I really need them. And then this guy's like, Croaker, I don't think we should give this person anything. It's up to me. Like, it's dark. It's just flying up there. I don't really trust it. Croaker's like, yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Dono. Like, I think everybody was thinking the same thing. Where we shouldn't hand over those stuff, right? And, like, looks at you guys.
Yeah.
Maybe don't give him.
Yeah, I tend not to trust floating eyeballs with wings.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the person, the thing goes, I thought you were gonna say that. I see you have some new people working with you. They look kinda fresh. Like, if I had my full power again, I could do something against you guys. But at this point, I'm still slowly regaining it. But since you brought some new guys, let me bring on some people to play with them. And suddenly out of the ground, all of these skeletons come up, coming out of the ground from the restaurant. Now, be nice and hand me over those pins. Skeletons, grab them. And the spirit like disappears. And that's where we start like our next challenge for the next session, which will be fighting some skeletons. Your first.
Nice.
Awesome.
I think I have an idea.
Great.
Hell
So
yeah.
again, this is the original picture from Nathan Yaffe, who he did on the stream. They had they discovered a team which was birds playing music. But what I really liked is like he made a sketch, only drawing lines, and this is when he took some time after the stream, which he normally doesn't often do, and just colored it himself. So normally like Julia does the coloring, and it wasn't on stream like after, so he did it for himself, and it's like the only thing he ever drawn which he has. So yeah, also the music what was used during this session again will also be in the description. And that was it for this session, and I hope to see everyone again for Draw Your Weapon!
Yeah.
Yay!